Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for coming out this evening. This evening's our reorganization meeting for 2024, and we're very appreciative that we begin this evening with an invocation by Rabbi Wolkoff, whose congregation is a big and important part of our community. Thank you for being here, Rabbi.
Dear friends, let us turn our thoughts to God. Our God and God of our ancestors, we ask your blessings for our township, for its government, its leaders and advisors, for all who exercise just and rightful authority, our mayor, our members of the council, and our esteemed first responders. Teach them insights of your wisdom, that they may administer all the township affairs fairly, that peace and security, happiness and prosperity, justice and freedom may forever abide in our midst. Creator of all flesh, bless all the inhabitants of our community with your spirit. May citizens of all races and creeds forge a common bond in true harmony, to banish all hatred and bigotry, to safeguard the ideals and free institutions which are the pride and glory of our country. May our township, under your providence, be an influence for good throughout our entire state, uniting all people in peace and freedom and helping them to fulfill the wisdom of the prophet Jeremiah. Pray to the Lord for the city in which you are living, because if there is peace in that city, you too shall have peace. And let us say, Amen.
Thank you, Rabbi. Councilman Davis, will you please lead us in the pledge to the flag?
Yes, sir, man. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We are so very lucky in North Brunswick to have our region's premier performer of the Star Spangled Banner. You can't go anywhere that people are not begging Tangi to do it, and she's very generous with her voice and with her time for our township. Ms. Tangi Cobb is going to do the Star Spangled Banner. Of course, if everyone would please rise.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets ran the bombs bursting in air, gay proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say
We now call upon our township clerk for the certification of election.
A statement of determination of the Board of County Canvassers relative to an election held in the County of Middlesex on the 7th day of November in the year 2023 for the election of Mayor, Township Council, and Township Council. Francis Mack Womack III for Mayor, Robert Bob Davis for Township Council, and Rajesh Mehta for Township Council were duly elected Mayor and Council Member for the Township of North Brunswick, County of Middlesex, State of New Jersey. I do hereby certify that the foregoing is a true, full, and correct statement of the determination of the Board of County Canvassers as filed in the office of the County Clerk of Middlesex. In witness whereof, I have hereunto set my hand the 22nd day of November in the year of our Lord 2023. Nancy J. Pinkin.
We go down. So, Ms. Russo, are you going to swear me in?
I,
I,
Francis Mack Womack III,
Francis Mack Womack III,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
and the governments established
and the governments established
in the United States
in the United States
and in this state
and in this state,
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and that I will faithfully
and that I will faithfully
and justly
and
perform
justly perform
all the duties
all the duties
of the office of Mayor of North Brunswick Township,
of the office of Mayor of North Brunswick Township
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Do you want this microphone?
Is that one working? I can actually do it just from up here.
Good evening, everyone, and I will be as quick as I can. I just have a few points that I have to make, and it's the tradition that when we're sworn in for a new term, we do make a few remarks. It's an honor to have the opportunity to sit on this podium with friends for whom I've come to have the deepest personal respect and regard, and who consistently participate in the life of our township as they provide leadership, insight, and common sense to our community. Two questions, both starting with what's going on, dominate North Brunswick's municipal discussions. The first, what's going on with the municipal building? The damage that our building sustained during Tropical Storm Ida was substantial. It was unexpectedly swift and devastating. Our dealings with the insurance and contractors, on the other hand, have been unexpectedly slow and frustrating. Your Township Council has rightly insisted that we move forward as swiftly as possible in the repair and reoccupation of the building, and arranged for financing to allow construction to begin while we await reimbursement from insurers and decisions on our application to the Federal Emergency Management Agency. Today, the rebuilding is proceeding, and we are getting closer to a final resolution with the insurers that will allow us to return the township services under one roof in the not-distant future. The second question, what's going on with the train station? The good news is that North Brunswick's train station is happening. Engineering and permitting, which are huge parts of any public construction project, have substantially been completed. Extension of the tracks that'll reach into North Brunswick from New Brunswick have begun. The accelerated schedules for new tunnels that will carry passengers into New York will now help keep our train station on track. We won't be boarding passengers this year, but we will see steady progress in both the transit village area and the train station. For many years, we've been blessed with an insightful and an active planning board under the strong leadership of the late Danny DiStefano and longtime council representative Ralph Andrews. It has worked diligently to ensure North Brunswick's growth in the 21st century will continue to shape as sustainable and affordable, and our community will have desirable surroundings and a high quality of life. During the coming years, we look to our planning board as well to our Board of Zoning Adjustment, which has also maintained reasonable controlled growth in the township, to analyze and implement plans for township development that maximize the many advantages of our geographic location and infrastructure. Our neighbor and Middlesex County's greatest economic engine is New Brunswick, and they are experiencing a ponderous revitalization. As an adjacent community, North Brunswick must itself be part of the revitalization. Livingston and Jersey Avenues are southern gateways into the vibrantly renewed theater district and medical services centers. We must investigate with foresight and imagination the ways in which these corridors can not only be attractive first-class roadways, but also commercial and residential highlights of our community, bringing new housing, additional medical facilities, adult care, and shopping opportunities, together with new parks and recreation facilities. It won't be just enough to plan for and approve certain projects. The administration and the council must and will press our legislative team, Senator Bob Smith, Assemblyman Joseph Danielson, Assemblyman Kevin Egan, as well as the Board of County Commissioners, including our own Santhi Nara, for development and redevelopment project funding that will be essential to make North Brunswick an integral and beautiful part of Middlesex County's continuing growth. Responsible municipalities cannot allow themselves to be drawn into just keeping up with the next town. There are 564 municipalities in our state. Every town has some things, others do not. We are lucky that we can pick and choose what services and amenities best fit the needs of North Brunswick's residents. In Community Park, thanks to our professional staff and the army of dedicated volunteers who maintain it, we have one of the region's premier parks for baseball, softball, soccer, and other activities. Many of the area's most important tournaments occur there. In the Polda Farm, we have a vast area facing Farrington Lake, ready to become the home of Middlesex County's premier amphitheater, living farm, or whatever other important use eventually finds its home there. We're also fortunate that nearby municipalities have developed first-class indoor recreation facilities only a short commute away from North Brunswick, where residents are welcome to join. Councilwoman Amanda Guadagnino has long advocated for North Brunswick to explore the development of its own indoor recreation facility. That exploration, including building costs, operation expenses, and funding options, will have to be one of this administration's highest priorities during this term. At the same time, we're going to work hard to strengthen and honor the township's 50-year commitment to work with the Board of Education for the benefit of all residents, including the use and improvement of the high school pool and of recreation facilities, as the township continues to provide municipal services to our educators and students. The shared service covenant between the Board of Education and the township has saved untold taxpayer dollars and has benefited many generations of students and residents, and it should continue. Although North Brunswick's population has grown substantially since our current library building was built in 1972, the importance of a first-class library to the community has not changed. The library staff does a phenomenal job with live and virtual programming and other services, and we're exceptionally proud of them. However, if North Brunswick is to put its best face forward as we compete with surrounding communities in the home buyer and home value department, it is critical that upgrade or replacement occur in our library facility. Finding funding sources, securing grants, and bringing to fruition the construction of a new library will be a top priority over the next several years. Similarly, our Senior Citizen Center is not the kind of physical facility that reflects the strength of our community's commitment to our senior residents. Along with the library, the upgrading or replacement of the Senior Center will be front and center in the town's priorities. There is a nationwide crisis concerning volunteer emergency service providers. That crisis has hit municipalities throughout New Jersey especially hard. Its roots are found in the high cost of providing emergency services, combined with the administrative time-intense training requirements that make it almost impossible for most people to be an active firefighter or emergency service worker. The situation in North Brunswick is dire. We can no longer put off decisions regarding the manner in which our first aid and rescue squad and our fire services are funded. Before I say more, let me offer a little history and some heartfelt appreciation. Our fire companies and our first aid and rescue squad had their origins in the middle of the 20th century. Back then, the emergency service needs of a suburban or a rural community like ours could be filled by committed, heroic volunteers. Ambulances and fire trucks were expensive, but with community contributions and with a little help from the township, they were affordable. Many community members worked near their homes and were available to respond to the calls. Training was serious, but could be accomplished through some weekends and then on-the-job training. None of these things are true anymore. Fire trucks and ambulances cost hundreds of thousands of dollars. Other equipment, including respirators and many of the medical devices necessary for rescue work, are similarly unaffordable. For the fire companies, there's no real reimbursement when they go on calls. They don't get paid or compensated by the state, by the county, the township, by insurance companies for the dangerous work that they do day and night, 365 days a year. For the first aid and rescue squad, the reimbursements they do get have proven insufficient to offset the exorbitant costs of operation. Donations from residents and local businesses are at a per capita all-time low, and no other funding sources have been found. I'm asking Council President Hutchinson, soon to be, and Police Chief Battaglia to work with the administration to form a working group, including representatives of the council and all emergency services. Our goal will be to expeditiously evaluate the needs of all of our emergency service providers and formulate plans to keep their operations financially stable so the safety of the township residents can be assured into the future. Time is of the essence, and we must quickly move if we're to honor the legacy of the brave, selfless men and women who started and have served our emergency services over the years. And I'm sure everyone in this room is aware that this last New Year's weekend was exceptional. Our firemen, our members of our first aid and rescue squad didn't have much of a chance to celebrate. They were responding to fires. And I won't jinx anything, but I'll just say, major fires, one after the another, quick responses, and no deaths or injuries as a result of the fires. It's unbelievable, and we get that year after year, so I did jinx it, but God bless you guys. Thank you so much for what you did this week. This is a time when a lot of folks have trust issues in federal and state governments. We cannot allow that to happen here at the local level. Our job must continue to be that we work for the residents, finding ways to help and support them. Residents must have absolute confidence in the services we provide, be it water, garbage pickup, billing, taxes, or recreation. Residents are entitled to timely, friendly, professional service, and we as a township are absolutely obligated to provide it. I am at the same time proud and concerned that we run a bare-bones operation in North Brunswick from a staffing perspective. We must be vigilant that keeping staff levels to a minimum does not impact in any way the level or quality of services that we render township residents. Toward that end, and in consultation with the council, I will begin this new term with an assessment of the township's core services and whether they are being provided in the most cost-effective manner. There is no room for complacency in North Brunswick's municipal government. This is 2024, and we must vigorously bring our residents efficient and friendly service that fulfills their needs and exceeds their expectations. Nothing less is acceptable. We must constantly reassess, reinvigorate, and then reinvent our programs and service. And I'm confident that we can do so during the terms of an office with which we've all been entrusted. Surely there is no mayor in New Jersey blessed with a more capable, competent, and attentive township council to work with than I am. I'm a very lucky mayor. I'm also a very lucky man. Tonight is my 41st wedding anniversary. We've a lot to accomplish, and I thank you for allowing me to be part of that process. I promise to do my very best. Thank you. Next, we'll be swearing in Councilman Bob Davis.
I,
Robert Bob Davis,
Robert Bob Davis,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
and I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
and the governments established in the United States
and the governments established in the United
and
States
in this state,
and in this state,
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and that I will faithfully
and that I will faithfully
and justly perform
and justly perform
all the duties
all the duties
of the office of Township Council Member
of the office of Township Council Member,
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability.
so help me God.
So help me God. Thank you, Mayor. By the way, some of you who don't know, that's my son, Adam, who went through schools here in North Brunswick. My daughter, Carly. We don't have daughter-in-laws in my family. I know I bring that up all the time. And my sweetheart, my girlfriend. Here we go.
No tears for your kids.
And by the way, yes, Nan, because a number of people asked me today, yes, Nan did dress me. I would not be dressed like this tonight. But also, I've also promised my buddy, Mr. Andrew over there, that I would keep it short and sweet.
I got the bell, Bob, so.
I can't believe this is my 8th term that I'm going to be councilman in North Brunswick. As I said, my children were brought up here. It's a great town to live in. We are not perfect, but we have great people here in this town. I want to thank everybody who voted for me. I want to thank our fire, our police, our first aid, our parks, everybody. People have no idea how much work is put into running this and the people who work for the Township of North Brunswick. Okay? And I'm really proud to see you all here, and I will keep my promise, Ralph, my friend, because Ralph's only one term behind me, I think, right? Of course, Carlos ahead of me, though. But no, and may this be, a great year, a happy, a healthy, a safe new year, and God bless you all, and thanks for coming tonight.
Do you want me to hold the Bible? Should I hold it? Thank you.
Come on up. Joe's All set, Chief? Ready to go. I, Rajesh Mehta,
I, Rajesh Mehta,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of State of New Jersey,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
and I will bear the faith and allegiance to the same,
and the governments established in the United States
and the government established in the United States
and in this state,
and in this state,
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and that I will faithfully
and I will faithfully
and justly perform
and justly perform
all the duties
all the duties
of Township Council member
of Township Council member
according to the best of my ability,
according to best of my ability.
so help me God.
So help me God.
Thank you. Do you want Chief Tadley to say some words for you?
You want to say something? No, only one. Okay, thank you everybody. It was little bit fun because I didn't have nobody with me. My wife was not feeling good and my kids were not here. But I have a great family. I have 2 daughters, 5 grandkids, and my wife. They're all at home, okay? Different home, not my home. I just want to say thanks to every resident of this town who is trusting all of us for so long and still trusting us. And what Mayor said today was the excellent thing, what he wants to do. You will not believe how many things he said, and he wants to do them. And the council is all in support of him. And I want to especially thank, police department, fire department, squad, and everybody. What we saw last week, 2 days on Petunia Drive on Finnegan Lane, 2 fires in 2 days. And how these people work, Nobody can believe that, you know. They were there, they didn't let anybody get hurt or any loss like that. Apartments were burned, at least 6 or 8 apartments, I believe. And these people are, how many?
40 total apartments.
14 in the building, but how many are burned? What, 6, right? Yeah. But look at these people, you know, they're all here, most of them are here, not all. But they did excellent job, you know. We cannot thank them enough, right? And same thing, like this council and these people, township employees, they do excellent job day in, day out. You know, we never have problem with them. We don't hear no complaints about them. That is the best thing we can do for the town, for the residents. Therefore, I thank everybody that keep doing this great job, and we'll, with the help of the mayor, we'll try to do whatever we can do. Okay? Have a happy new year to everyone and enjoy. Thank you.
Rajesh served as our council president this last year, and he did a wonderful job. Roll call, please.
Ms. Hutchinson? Here. Ms. Guadagnino? Here. Mr. Andrews?
Here.
Mr. Davis?
Here.
Mr. Socio? Here. Mr. Mehta?
Here.
Mayor Womack?
Here, sunshine notice, please.
Adequate notice of this meeting has been provided by publication in the Home News and Tribune on November 9th, 2023, indicating that the North Brunswick Township Council hold regular meetings on the first and third Monday of each month at 7 p.m. at 25 Linwood Place, North Brunswick, and agenda meetings on the second and fourth Monday of the month at the same place at 7 p.m. In the event a regular meeting falls on a legal holiday, the meeting shall be held on Tuesday night after said holiday at the same place and hour.
Are there any nominations for the office of council president?
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to nominate Ms. Councilwoman Mary Hutchinson as the next president of the council.
I'll second that, Mayor. There's a second from there.
Discussion? Roll call, please.
Ms. Hutchinson?
Yes.
Ms. Guadagnino?
Yes.
Mr. Andrews?
Yes.
Mr. Davis?
Yes.
Mr. Socio?
Yes.
Mr. Mehta?
Yes. Okay, now you have to get over.
Keep the cabin. I, Mary Hutchinson,
I, Mary
do
Hutchinson,
solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
and I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
and the governments established in the United States
and the government established in the United States
and in this state,
and in this state,
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and that I will faithfully and justly perform
and I will faithfully and justly perform
all the duties of the office of council president,
and all the duties of
the office of
the
council
office of
president,
council president,
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability.
so help me God.
So help me God. I just have a few words to say. I just want to thank everybody in the council for electing me as council president. In my role, I'll do my best to work and foster and open communication channels with and open communication. I wrote this, so I practiced, but I'm a little nervous. I would do my best to work towards opening communication channels, ensuring that your ideas and feedback shape our policies. Let's collaborate and enhance our local services and support small businesses and create an environment where every resident feels proud to call our town home. Together, let's embark on a journey of progress and shared success. I want to express my profound gratitude to our dedicated first responders and our township employees. In the face of challenges, they exemplified courage, selflessness, and commitment. Their tireless effort ensured our safety, health, and a smooth functioning of our community, especially with the recent fires at Colonial Oaks this past weekend. Their commitment and unwavering support to help the needs of the towns is greatly appreciated. Although it is not said enough, we appreciate and applaud all the remarkable individuals who work diligently behind the scenes. Thank you for your unwavering service. You are the heartbeat of our town. In addition to our admirable first responders, I want to extend a heartfelt appreciation to all of our township employees. From public works to administration staff, your diligence and hard work contribute significantly to the seamless functioning of our community. Each role, though diverse, plays a vital part in maintaining the quality of life we cherish. Thank you for your dedication and often unnoticed but invaluable contribution you make every day. Now, with the new year ahead as council president, again, I'm truly honored and hope to live up and do a goodish job as our past presidents have. Thank you.
Is there a motion to approve the resolution for a professional service contract for Township Attorney, item A, 1-1.24?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Mehta?
Yes.
Ms. Guadagnino?
Yes.
Mr. Andrews?
Yes.
Mr. Davis?
Yes.
Mr. Socio?
Yes.
Ms. Hutchinson?
Yes.
Gonna keep us out of trouble again, Ron?
Do my best every year, Mayor.
I, Ronald Gordon,
I, Ronald Gordon,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
and to the governments established in the United States
and to the governments established in the United States
and in this state,
and in this state,
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and that I will faithfully and justly perform
and that I will faithfully and justly perform
all the duties of the office of municipal attorney
all the duties of the office of municipal attorney
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Ron knows us by the word, so you won't be getting the speech.
Is there a motion to approve consent agenda items A through AZ?
Mr. Mayor, before we do that, I'd like to pull it's consent agenda item AN.
Item AN is pulled. Are we pulling to act upon it tonight, or will it be brought forward at a subsequent
We're
meeting?
going to act on it, look to act on it on Monday, the 8th. We have to clean up that resolution.
Thank you, sir. Is there a motion to approve consent agenda items A through AM and AO through AZ?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? I would note that AZ is Mr. Bloyet. Is there, roll call, please.
Mr. Mehta?
Yes.
Ms. Guadagnino?
Yes.
Mr. Andrews?
Yes.
Mr. Davis?
Yes.
Mr. Socio?
Yes.
Ms. Hutchinson?
Yes.
And that. Okay. And with that, we have now approved the directors and the business administrator for the coming year. So I would ask them to step forward and take the oath of office. Everybody ready? I state your name. Do solemnly swear
Do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
and bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
and the governments established in the United States
and the governments established in the United States
and in this state
and this state,
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and that I will faithfully
and that I will faithfully
and justly perform
and justly perform
all the duties
all the duties
of the office of
of the office of Business Administrator, Department of Parks, Rec, and Community Services,
Director of Community Development.
Director of DPW.
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability,
so help me God.
so help me God.
You look like you know.
I really appreciate all you guys sticking around. It is time now to swear in the flag.
Ken Gralick and Mike Lettieri.
I
Ken Gralick, Michael Lettieri.
do solemnly swear
Do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
and I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
and to the governments established in the United States
and the governments established in the United States
and in this state
and in this state,
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and that I will faithfully
that I will faithfully
and justly perform
and justly perform
all the duties
all the duties
of the office of
of the office of Second Assistant Township Chief, Township Fire Chief,
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability.
so help me God.
So help me God.
Okay.
I'm sorry, just real quick, just pulling everything up. On behalf of North Brunswick Volunteer Fire Department, I'd like to offer my thoughts and prayers to the fire victims of the Colony Oaks apartment fire over the weekend. I'd also like to take this time to offer my thoughts and prayers to one of our members that was injured from a mutual aid fire department. He is currently in stable condition and recovering. I'd also like to thank, at this time, the fires are under investigation by state, county, and local authorities. I'd like to also take this time to thank the following agencies, and if I do forget someone, I do apologize in advance. North Brunswick Police Department, North Brunswick First Aid and Rescue Squad, Township Office of Emergency Management, North Brunswick DPW, our local mutual aid fire departments, our local council and mayor, as well as I want to call out my fire department. I think I speak on behalf of the two other fire chiefs in town. We cannot be any more proud of what you guys did over this weekend, and you guys deserve a round of applause. Office of Emergency Management has set up a donation for the local fire victims. I know there are some people, or excuse me, some victims that are in the audience. There's a dropout in all 3 local fire departments, as well as the municipal department, municipal department, as well as our local first aid and rescue squad. Okay, gift cards, anything that can help. You know, grocery stores, not restaurants, Amazon cards, you name it. Okay, whatever can help the victims recover. Again, on behalf of the department, our thoughts and prayers are out with you guys. Thank you.
Councilman Socio.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, as we do every year at the reorg, we have a lot of guests here, and just want to introduce everyone, including our administration, now that everyone's formally sworn in. So we are going in no particular order. If I left anyone out, I apologize. Someone just hit me on the head, and we will make sure to mention you. Business Administrator Justine Progabin. Our clerk, Lisa Russo. Her assistants, Marilu Ruiz and Nellie Soul. Director of Parks, Recreation, and Community Services, Luann Benson. Director of Community Development, Michael Ritz. Director of Public Works, what was that, AZ is your new nickname now, I guess, the mayor said? So, Stephen Bloyd. Township Attorney, Ron Gordon. Our first lady of the township, Carol Womack. Happy anniversary. Chief of Police, Joe Battaglia. Our CFO, Cavell Gallimore. Middlesex County Commissioner, my former running mate, Santi Nara. Middlesex County Surrogate, former council member, Clarabelle Cortez. From the Board of Education, President Rich Ligori and board member Zaire Ali. Township Auditor, Andy Hodulek. Our confidential assistant to our Mayor, Janice Larkin. From the North Brunswick Democratic Organization, our chairman, Rich Zangara, and Vice Chair Roe Tucker. If I left anyone out, I apologize. Welcome, everyone. Happy New Year. And to echo all of the sentiments, a big special thank you to all of our responders over the weekend, having fires having a fire or any kind of an incident that renders a resident homeless at any time of the year is a devastating thing, and it's magnified that much more during the holiday season. I'd like everyone in town to please give, if it is possible, keep our displaced residents in your thoughts and prayers. And thank you again to the fire, first aid, Office of Emergency Management, our police, and everyone involved in the response from Thursday through Saturday and their continued response moving forward. Thank you and Happy New Year.
Thank you, sir. I know there's some residents who were here. Did you want to have some comments for the council during the public hearing this evening? Okay. Since we've concluded the ceremonial part of the meeting, before we go to the public hearing, and since there may be some people who are only here for the ceremonial part, let me ask Sammy Katovic, Executive Director of the North Brunswick Islamic Center, if he would pronounce our benediction for us. And thank you so much for coming out this evening. Thank you.
Good evening. Let us turn to pray. We turn to you, O Lord, all merciful and the source of all mercy, all compassionate, the source of compassion. All loving, the source of love, we turn to you as we begin the new year, asking that you gather our hearts together as a community with a single heartbeat for the service and support for each other, for you are the gatherer. We turn to you as a township seeking an environment of peace and security of all, for you are peace. We turn to you and pray for our law enforcement to be able to uphold their commitment to provide for the safety and security of our township and to protect them from harm. We turn to you as a township. We turn to you and pray for the guidance of our elected officials and government leaders, the mayor, the council, staff, and all department heads, to guide them to make the decisions necessary for the betterment of our community. We ask of you today We ask of you to give them the wisdom and intellect, the purity of hearts, and the fortitude of will in guiding us with the policies and budgets that are reflective of the needs of our community, for you are indeed the guide. We turn to you today at the beginning of this new year to make this year of blessing for all, and that you bless us with goodness, health, and joy. May God bless us all, and God bless the United States.
He was council president, so.
It's, now is time for our public hearing. If you were any of the firemen or anyone, if you were here just for the ceremony part, you're welcome to stay. You don't have to stay if you've got other things you want to do. But if there's anybody who'd like to be heard in public hearing at this time, raise your hand. We'll be glad to call on you. Yes, sir, come right on up. Yes, come, if you can hit the podium there. Chief, could we turn that? Commissioner Nara, thank you so much for being here tonight. We really appreciate everything you do.
So this is my first time ever attending a board meeting. I wish it was under better circumstances. I'm here with a number of people that I've grown accustomed to over the past 72, 48 hours. I wanted to write down my thoughts, just pretty concise. So as Mayor Womack indicated, that North Brunswick residents deserve nothing less than exceptional safety measures. And Colony Oaks, none of those were taken. 40 families to date are homeless, and maybe more. So what steps are taken for Colony Oaks residents? 3 fires in 24 hours. It was not 2 fires, it was 3 fires in 24 hours, and we were all left in the dark. The rest of the residents are living in fear while the rest of us are homeless. Today, when my wife and I were at our building, at least 10 families walked up and approached us and said, we're terminating our lease effective immediately, because how does it even happen? And just talking off the record, I had my brother live there, my dad's best friend who's a judge, he lived there 40 years ago with his wife. None of this has ever happened. Additionally, we need answers as to why the fire alarms were not up to code. 80% of the residents managed to get out due to their diligence of neighbors and firefighters. The alarms never went off. Some were having dinner while their roof was on fire. Even after everyone of the complex got out, not a single email went off. And needless to say, I get emails, and my wife get emails, and all of you get emails when, and I'm sorry I'm a little emotional about this, but I remember it clear as day. I was driving home from work, it was a long day at work, and I got an email. They said, kids, stop throwing rocks at trees. So I can get alerted that someone's child is throwing a rock at a tree, but I can't be alerted that Building 2 lost their home. They didn't even let us know. I was driving home for my birthday, Friday night, with my parents and my wife. We got married 4 months ago, yesterday. Our wedding stuff is destroyed. I'm wearing my dad's jeans, and I don't know how I'm gonna get my life back. And it just seems like there's just no care on Colony Oaks whatsoever. And today, when we thought that Colony Oaks would step up, who stepped up? I'm gonna ask you. When you asked a question, he was berated by the vice president of Kaplan because she was not there to support. She was 40 minutes late, and she walked in with a Starbucks.
You had a meeting with them today? Was a group meeting or?
Informal group meeting because we were not getting answers. And additionally, we got together and they lied about the power being off. They said the power was off in the rec center. When all of us, it was raining, right? It was raining, it was cold. The power was not off because, was it your friend? Was at the gym. So the power was not off in the rec center. And they said, oh, the power was off for hours.
That was the first night or the second?
That was the second night.
I know the power was off for hours in the rec center. I couldn't use it. I was in there trying to use it for a couple of hours, but it may have come.
It did come back on
as soon as I left. Yeah.
And then the last thing that I just want to add, as well off the record, is my wife. When we got home, I was in Philadelphia. If our neighbors didn't text me that our house was on fire, and called me, I wouldn't have known. So what a birthday surprise, right? So just very, very sad experience. But I do want to commemorate Mike, Chief Mike. He was excellent. I would say he handled it well. I think our development did not, and I feel like we're receiving absolutely zero support and no clarity. So I would like to see where we're going to go from here.
Did you have an opportunity to meet with the Red Cross?
Well, it's funny you asked
And
that.
did they
There was
give
a
you
little-
any-
There was a shorter guy there, and I said, hey, what are we going to do? He said, I'm going to wait for, insert guy's name here, let's call him Mike. I'm waiting for Mike. Once Mike comes, we're going to get you help. Hour goes by, Mike didn't come. 2 hours goes by, Mike didn't come. 3 hours go by, everyone starts leaving because, well, what are we going to do? So some people are like, well, we're going to have to find a place to be. And then everyone was displaced.
Did you get notice that we had opened a shelter? Did anybody get notice to you that we had done that?
No.
And we pay two services. We pay a company called Nixle. I don't know if you're signed up on that. That's supposed to get out announcements for us with text messages. And we sent out those during both events. And on the second night, we have a company that we pay that does a reverse 911. So we tried to isolate a reverse 911 phone message to everybody whose cell phone is registered in that quarter-mile radius.
Sure.
So if you didn't get it, I apologize. I can't confirm that it
Did
went
you
out.
get it?
Nobody's
Did you
told me
get
they
it?
got
Did
it.
you get it? No one got it.
Okay,
So I would
yeah.
kind of find that a little hard to believe.
What do you mean hard to believe?
There's 15 people here, and no one got the text.
What's hard to believe is what I said.
It's the management department.
What I'm asking is, what's hard to believe?
You're saying, like...
Yes, I am saying. I'm not saying you got it. I'm saying we sent it, and we have to investigate why you didn't get it. That's what I'm saying, that we need to figure out, if we're paying a company to do it,
Okay, and I understand...
don't call me a liar.
Did I call you a liar? I'm just saying...
Yes, you did.
I did.
And don't, because I don't do that.
May I say something, Mayor?
No, you may not. You may not. You can have your turn. We will help you in any way we can. And I'm sorry you weren't there, and I'm sorry that the officials, and I'm sorry that the Red Cross didn't get to you, and I'm sorry that Kaplan hasn't made the appropriate contacts. We'll do anything we can to help you. Ms. Larkin, there's my assistant. Give her a call tomorrow with with needs or whatever you have that are not being met by Kaplan. We're not friends with them, but we do have a relationship with that company. And between Ms. Larkin, Mr. Ritz, we may be able to hold their feet to the fire.
Okay, and the only other thing I want to add is, so my fire alarm is still not going off, and many of the building alarms are going off like way after the fact.
Right.
And so something I would also like to raise is, how is that even possible? It's supposed to go off when there's a fire.
We will have to investigate that. That's a serious, serious point. Thank you very much.
Yep.
Yeah, ma'am, come right up.
So what I wanted to ask is,
We have it on the closed circuit, so you want to be near the microphone.
Thank you, and thank you for your support. You were there when the Red Cross was there. My question is that is the management office, because those services that you mentioned, they are available, who are to provide our contact information? You did mention that people numbers do change. They do change the carriers. So are they supposed to get that information of the residents if it's a complex from the management office?
I think Mr. Yetzko, who's back in the other room, or Chief, do you know how the 911 information and the Nixle information should work? I mean, I believe everybody that they didn't get it.
I believe that the 911 is based on landlines at this time.
Oh, so nobody has landlines.
So that's
Yeah.
outdated
And if they
system.
did have a landline, they wouldn't be home.
Yeah, it's outdated system.
Yeah, it's outdated.
It needs to be updated.
Yeah.
How we can also, it's difficult because the 911, you put a geographical area in, and he pulls those numbers. It's a cell phone, you could have moved and been out of there and you would get that number, and that's why. And we're gonna have to look into see how, in this day and age, when most people don't even have a landline anymore, they just have a cell phone, how do we do that reverse 911, especially in an incident like this, where there's a fire and you were displaced, how would you get that notification? Nixle, you can also sign up for Nixle. Go to Nixle.com, you can put in your cell phone number, you can put in an email address. Whenever the town sends out a Nixle, you will get that on any device that you sign up for.
So that explains. So going forward for North Brunswick residents, they will know that they will get the alert now once the system is updated.
Yes,
So that
ma'am.
explains. So that is the reason that we did it, and that
Right.
was hard for him to believe. Not that he was calling in a liar, but he was just addressing
Yes, I
concern.
understand.
So now we just want to make sure that we're residents, we're displaced, we're homeless right now. So we're kind of frustrated. We need answers. We need support. We need anything. And you did say that North Brunswick residents do not deserve anything less than exceptional services. And we're here. And we, again, we thank fire department. They were amazing. They worked hard. And police department, everyone was amazing. We are so thankful. But again, our concerns are that management office did not give us any heads up. They were not there for us. We reached out to them. We were in their office today. We have done everything as a resident of North Brunswick to reach out for help. And you were there. We're very thankful for you, Mayor. You didn't have to be at that day on Saturday. It's a holiday weekend. You were there. We're very thankful. You did give us your personal number, but we need more than that. We are homeless right now.
And if things worked out the way, in theory, they're supposed to, everybody should have one of the jobs of the Red Cross and our emergency management department in situations like this is to make sure before we leave the scene that everybody has a place to go and that that's provided for.
So Building 2 was, Red Cross was there for us. Unfortunately, they were not there for Building 16. It's hard for me to, that it didn't happen for them. But Building 2, they were there. We did give them information because I did reach out to my rental insurance right away. That night, some didn't have that because everyone's processing it, what to do. Maybe this fire will be put out. Maybe we can go back to our home. Everybody was hoping the best because New Year's was,
Oh, yes, ma'am.
So we had plans, and everything happened so quickly, we didn't have enough time to process everything. So Red Cross did reach out to us, Building 2. 16 didn't happen. But so, yes, to answer, yes, Red Cross did reach out to Building 2. But
Okay.
the thing, what we're concerned about is other residents too, of Colony, also Kaplan. Are there any safety measures that are being taken now so other residents are prevented from this being homeless? 40 families of North Brunswick are homeless? That's a lot.
You mean
That's 40 families.
measures like inspections to make sure every unit and every
Inspections,
building's
yes.
up? Yes,
So
ma'am.
that's what our concern is, not for only for ourselves, because we are dealing this with right now, since Friday. I have been homeless with my family. My son didn't go to school today. And he's asking me, I want to stay in John Adams. He's concerned. He's going to lose his friends because if we go to anywhere else. It's a lot. It's a lot. And yes, we need support from.
So there is information on that. We should, and I guess we will, we should pull together a meeting or an available meeting tomorrow. We could do it by Zoom, or we could do it live. We just have to figure out where. For anybody who has not really had the chance to speak with the Red Cross or emergency management, we still should make sure that you can contact us and come in for those meetings. So we'll try to pull something together tonight or in the morning, and we'll post it on the Township website where that'll be. It's probably the best way for people to find out. Is that what does anybody have any other suggestion on a better way to do that?
I mean, it might not be a bad idea at the end of the meeting, get the numbers of people who are here, because these seem to be some
Yeah.
people who are most in need.
Why don't we
so
do
that
that?
when you pull the meeting together tomorrow, you can call them or someone can.
No, not a
whether it's
council
Market or
meeting,
someone.
with OEM and Red Cross. That's a good idea. We'll make sure we get, everyone who's here, make sure we get your number and your information before you leave, and we'll call you.
Sign-up sheet at the podium before they leave.
Okay, that's a fair idea.
Call you with your information at the podium. Before you go.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Anybody else who'd like to be heard this evening? So before you leave, come up, put your name, phone number, and we'll get back to you tomorrow, sometime in the morning tomorrow, and we'll let you know. We'll try to get everybody back in. We'll try to get a hold of Kaplan. We'll have as much information for you as possible tomorrow so we can start helping you in any way that we can, okay? Anybody else on any other subject? Is there a motion to close the public hearing?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Have a good night, everyone. Thank you for coming.